Right now you're hearing all your favorite music on your favorite station. But wait, there's more.
More songs from the artists you love on exclusive stations by Odyssey.
Just open the Odyssey app and click exclusive stations, then a genre to dive deeper into.
A station might be just music, or maybe hosted by Ed Sheeran, Chris Martin, or one of your favorite DJs.
Across alternative, pop,
country, soft rock,
Latin, R&B,
kids,
and even more.
Get more with exclusive stations by Odyssey.
Brought to you by Macy's, Geico, and Coke Zero Sugar.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases, even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Really happy to tell you about this new partnership between the Rock Girls and Mary's Place. Lots of homeless out there, especially kids, man. And Mary's Place, what they do is they provide safe, inclusive shelter and services for women, for children, for families here in the Pacific Northwest. It is so needed. You know it's a big problem, and Mary's Place is helping with the solution. Rock Girls helping Mary's Place. You can help with a donation. Go to KISW.com or visit marysplaceseattle.org.
Let's play Beat Migs.
Time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs. Yeah. But it's Wednesday, so we can whack him instead.
Whack it.
Yeah.
Whack it.
Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then.
All right.
Yeah, baby. I love it because everyone in this room does it.
Of course, we do the wacky dance.
Well, we'll have to see if we can get a whack attack on Steve today with Gary and Everett. And Gary, are you there, sir?
I am. Yeah, I'm here.
Excellent. What's he playing for today, Steve?
Tickets to check out. Dude, this is talk about the best way ever to celebrate 420.
Yeah?
Tickets to see Cheech and Chong at the Emerald Queen Casino on April 20th. That's
There
right,
you go.
420. Get information, details at KISW.com. You can get tickets right now at Ticketmaster.com.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Gary will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Gary, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's get it on.
Michael Keaton played which Spider-Man villain in the 2017 superhero movie Spider-Man Homecoming?
Oh, pass.
What is the heaviest breed of bear?
Heaviest breed of what? Bear?
Bear.
Bear. Grizzly?
No.
Black bear?
No.
Kodiak?
No. What duo released the album Sounds of Silence in the 60s?
Simon and Garfunkel?
Yes. From which country do we get the Czech Republic and Slovakia?
Repeat that, please.
From which country did we get the Czech Republic and Slovakia?
USSR?
No.
Pass.
Who wrote the 1837 story The Little Mermaid?
No idea.
Pass.
Pass.
Ben Affleck and Bruce Willis both starred in what 1998 action movie?
Ben Affleck and Bruce Willis. Pass. Wow.
What is the favorite food of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Pizza.
Yeah! And with that
no.
Gary pulls a deuce. Woo! Whack it was deuce. You did.
Whack it.
But at least you got to 2. I mean,
Yeah.
that last second answer there got you
Whack
that
it.
wonderful
Wow.
deuce there. Even Gary's amazed by himself there.
Nice effort.
Steve?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Michael Keaton played which Spider-Man villain in the 2017 superhero movie Spider-Man Homecoming?
Crap. What the hell? The Goblin.
No.
Oh, crap. Batman.
No.
He played Dr. Octopus.
No. What is the heaviest breed of bear?
Kodiak.
No.
Black.
No.
Polar.
Yes. What duo released the album Sounds of Silence in the
Simon
60s?
and Garfunkel.
Yes. From which country did we get the Czech Republic and Slovakia?
Czechoslovakia.
Yes. Who wrote the 1837 story The Little Mermaid?
Ariel.
No.
Disney.
No.
Who wrote it? Mark Twain.
No. Ben Affleck and Bruce Willis both starred in what 1998 action movie?
Oh, Independence Day.
No.
What the hell is it? Pearl Harbor.
No.
Crap. What the hell is the name of that movie? The Fifth Element.
No. What is the favorite food of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Pizza.
Yes. In Roman numerals, what number does the D represent?
3. I'm going to say, what number does the D represent? 50.
No.
100?
No.
1,000.
No.
Million.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Steve, you only got 4 correct. But you win!
Yeah,
Gary got a
baby.
deuce.
Yeah.
You're simply the best.
All right, Gary, take it easy, buddy.
4 correct. Avoided the whacking. I don't know if you're simply the best there.
Yeah.
Between the two of us, I am.
Yeah. It's a double doink.
Better than anyone. That's who played today.
That's what that was.
Does anybody know the number that the D represents?
I really don't.
I can't even picture it.
500. So you were kind of around there until you went million, but yeah.
I had a tough time picturing the D.
Anybody know who wrote The Little Mermaid?
Hans Christian Andersen.
Yeah.
Ooh, really? Mm-hmm. Well, that is a name I know, so at least I'm happy about that.
No, it wasn't just some random guy. There was a pretty well-known author.
I didn't know they had like outside freelance work.
Disney didn't write everything. They basically stole everything.
Yeah, they based it on everything.
Wow.
Based, Rev.
Oh,
Shots
based
fired.
on.
I had no
Those are
idea.
the guys that bring us Star Wars, and Marvel
Yeah,
movies.
they stole Star Wars. They stole Marvel.
Wow, you're one of those guys.
Well, I'm just saying they're buying out everything.
You like your Thanos, don't you?
I like my Thanos. Yes, I do.
All right, so we better be quiet, or Disney will kill him off.
Well, that's probably what's going to happen in the next movie anyway.
That's true.
I already got my movie. I don't worry about it. Well, speaking of superhero movies, what role did Michael Keaton play, BJ?
He was the Vulture.
He was the Vulture.
Did you not see the movie, Steve?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I mean, dude.
All right. No, you're right. There's a lot for you to fall asleep
What
on.
does Stevie Tomatoes give it?
It was a good film. I remember it, and Michael Keaton was awesome in it, but I just couldn't remember what character he was. I don't really pay that much attention
It's
to
funny
the
that he
things I
played
watch.
a guy called Birdman in another movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the whole full circle thing.
And then the movie in 1998 that starred both Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck.
Danny was very mad that this
Titanic.
was not. No.
Was it Armageddon?
Yes.
It
That's
was
it.
Armageddon, yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot that movie.
Well, yeah, so did everyone else. Well, congratulations in spite of that, though. Steve, you won with 4 correct.
Caller number 4, 206-421-ROCK. A woman was cleaning an airplane last year and found a message written on a barf bag. And this is like taking social media by storm. It was signed by a 21-year-old by the name of Andrea. She said that she just bought the flight last minute from Miami to D.C. to intercept her best friend while he had a layover there so she could tell him she loves him.
Oh, she wanted to give him a layover.
Wow. So she just decided, I'm going to get on a plane, see if I can get there.
Isn't this like How I Met Your Mother, like an episode of that?
Yeah, I
it
think
feels that way.
Yeah, you're right. And since she was going to Australia in 4 days for a semester abroad, it was her last chance. Why write about her mission on a barf bag? She said, quote, my Wi-Fi doesn't work, so this is me venting. So now people on social media are trying to track down Andrea to find out if she did catch the guy between his flights. But so far, Andrea's identity is still a mystery. But this is, Reddit is, people are talking about it, and it's a big story.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I'm reading this thing. She really spent a lot of time writing. So if you're reading this, hello, my name is Andrea, and I am incredibly bored right now, and this flight is going from Miami to D.C. I'm 21, so I bought this ticket last night at 4 a.m. and then tell the whole story you talked about.
All right, Andrea. So it said friend, didn't say boyfriend.
Right.
Wow. I mean, everybody likes to have a little adventure, but I think this was ill-advised.
Yeah, I'm lame for writing this on a barf bag, but I'm bored. and my Wi-Fi doesn't work, and I'm nervous as F, so this is me venting this enormous Starbucks pumped with caffeine. Probably isn't helping. Anyway, I hope this made your flight a little less boring. Do me a favor and do something crazy today like I am. Good luck, whoever you are. Love, Andrea.
Oh, well, you know what? Now all of a sudden I'm turning the corner on this. I kind of like Andrea.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of a fun thing to find. You know, I thought she was writing that to try to get us to help her, but she was just like putting it, here's what's up. And
this is what's going on in my mind. I just need to journal it.
Yeah, and it was a late flight. I think it was a red eye, so I can see why she had the Starbucks going through her veins.
I kind of want to know, too.
Yeah.
This does sound like the making of a really bad romantic comedy.
Oh, this is Lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is Lifetime.
What would they call it? I mean, like, you know...
layover hangover? Layover Passover? I don't know.
Love that makes me want to puke.
Oh, okay.
That probably doesn't go well with the Lifetime.
Yeah. Mile High Misery.
Cameron Bure.
Yeah. I don't know. We got to come up with a good name, though, Steve. We do, because that's half of the battle for those Lifetime movies.
It is.
Yeah.
Man, how would you take it if someone shows up at a layover and it's just like, I love you?
Ooh.
Your friend...
Well, if it's a girl...
Well, yeah, it's not Danny.
Yeah, if it's a girl... I mean,
I can tell you today.
I mean, unless it's a girl that I just don't want in my life and I think she's already kind of stalkery, then yeah, I would be really disappointed. But if it's a woman who I find attractive and, you know, and thought, wow, she did that, I mean...
I feel like you kind of have to know. That's a huge risk.
Yeah, you do.
That's very awkward.
With dudes, you have to know.
Yeah, what if she goes, hey, I love you. I flew all this way, and he's just like, thanks.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, I don't know why you did that. Or worse, she flies in, and there he is just, you know, having a mile-high action with a flight attendant or something.
The only time I ever did something stupid romantic like that in college, I remember it was just like, I'm going to show up and wait for this. Like, it was a person I was like into, and I was like, I'm going to wait for them to come home and be like, hey.
Oh, that doesn't sound stalkery.
And I was waiting, and she came home with another dude, and I was like, oh no. Why did I do this?
Oh, that's horrible.
This was a terrible idea on paper, and it was a terrible idea in real life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. It's such an awkward age. When you're a young dude,
early 20s,
and you just don't know how to do it right. I wonder if it's bad now, or because of all the social networks and internet, there's just information available that I feel like a geek like me, I would have gone online, I would have done a lot of research, which wasn't available to me when I was in my 20s. But now the system's available,
and it doesn't even seem like stalking at that point. I'm just looking at their about on their Facebook to find out what things they like.
I would just
it would be
I
creepy.
just waved on Messenger.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that route. What I would do is I would go to experts so that I could find the right way to interact with a woman.
Experts?
Oh.
Are you going to try and find John Cusack?
Exactly. Like, should I get a boombox and blast it outside her window? That's the thing I would look up. I wouldn't stalk her on Facebook. I think I'm smart enough to know that's a little stalkery.
We've got some suggestions for the name of the movie.
Okay.
Call it Layover for Love.
Oh, that's it. Yes.
Love is in the air.
Oh, yeah.
Passenger 69.
Oh, that's the one.
Barf Bag Diary.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Barf Bag Hag.
Barf Bag Hag.
Oh, that's just mean.
Yeah.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. Hey, you got something to say? I got something to say. They're wild, rabid, and on the loose. This is Listeners on the Loose.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It's simple. You're running this ship. Whatever you want to say, you get to say it. Now, do understand Steve has a rule.
That's a simple rule, BJ. It's to show some energy and bring it otherwise. You have to gong you and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
Just like that. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
I don't know if you heard this story, but someone just texted us, and I saw it, and I was just like, oh, boy, this is a weird one. But it said, Steve, on Monday, a Kennewick man was found having sex with a beaver that got hit by a car, and yes, he was on meth. Have you heard about this story?
No, this is my first time hearing about this. This is disturbing.
Even Rev and I were talking. He sent in the story to me yesterday, and I saw the story this morning. It's a Washington man, Kennewick area, was arrested for sexually assaulting a beaver that was laying on the road after it got run over by a car.
Was the beaver still alive or was
dying? Yeah.
So it was dying.
Apparently the beaver got hit by, it's just like, it's so messed up. Got hit by the vehicle. And then somebody saw the beaver get hit by the vehicle, and that person was on their way back to the scene with a container to put the beaver in it. And you can't make this crap up. It's just so messed up.
Wow.
When she got back 30 minutes later, she noticed there was this guy, Richard Delp, 35 years old, and he was on top of the beaver. His pants were down, and he had a pocket full of meth. Okay.
I didn't know meth made you do that kind of stuff.
I don't know what meth does, and I'm sure as hell never going to find out.
Yeah, it's
I love at the end of the story goes, the beaver did not survive. I'm sure it's for the best.
Yeah, geez, what wow. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of meth making you want to have sex with animals, which makes me think that this dude just likes to have sex with animals, and also he was on meth.
Wow. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like to have sex with animals. I don't know what meth makes you want to do, man. I promise you I will never find out.
See, every place goes deep. Once you get out of the city limits and you go deeper and deeper into whatever state you're in, there's always the deep part of the state. And we have our deep part of the state, man. There's deep parts of Washington where you go, there's weird stuff going on, and that's proof of it.
Could you imagine that? You driving, you see something get hit, you're like, you know what, I should do the right thing. I'm going to go get something so that I could get the dead animal off of the side of the road, and then when you come back.
That's horrific. And to witness that, I don't ever want to witness somebody just going to town on an animal.
It's traumatizing enough to see an animal get hit by a vehicle.
Dude, we've got the other dude. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up, but the other one that's been killing cats. What the hell is going on with people and animals?
I don't know, man. What is 13, I think is the last I heard. It might even be more by now, but that's so messed up.
Again, we're going deep. The deeper you go, the more you just find the crazy people. And it's just, you're like, all right, this is what you're doing. Okay, buddy.
One person says, I did meth when I was younger. It does not make you do that. This guy has mental health issues.
Yeah.
When someone who's done meth is like, that meth guy is not all right.
I would imagine that's what meth people would be saying. Hey, dude, seriously, there's no way I was that methed out that I was going to start doing a beaver.
I have a weird feeling that Vicky just did some research on sex with beavers on meth.
And? Well, not the sex with beavers part, but how meth feels like. And the psychological effects is delusions, euphoria, aggression, and self-confidence.
Delusions?
Is the delusions because you're up for an extended period of time?
Probably.
That helps.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. You start hallucinating when you're up. So do you think he didn't think that was a beaver? Do you think he thought that was something else?
Well,
that he was that out of his
maybe
mind?
someone up to him and said, wrong beaver, sir.
Well, we were trying to stay away from that kind of humor, but we knew you'd come through.
Oh, there's so many things. That's why I'm like, you can't make this. The guy's name's Richard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everything about this story is really weird. One person says it's pretty methed up.
Hey, I like that one.
Sorry, Mike Tyson.
Yeah, man.
Well, there you go.
They live among us.
Beavers? Yes, they do.
Yeah, this is what, seriously, mental health. That's where it's all down to mental health. It's like, there's no way that guy in his right mind is like, I want to have sex with a beaver. First of all, he's got an addiction. Second of all, he's having sex with a beaver. It's like, this is where he's at 35 years old. I know he doesn't want to be there.
I appreciate all the people that are now texting that at one point did meth in their life. One person just said, I used to do meth for 20 years. It never made me want to blank a beaver.
I don't think anybody. Yeah, I think that he's an outlier. I think he's his own sort of meth user. Wow.
So how do you explain that one to that guy when he comes through?
Yeah.
Hey, sir. Is that your wake-up call? Is that rock bottom?
That's rock bottom.
I feel like that's rock bottom.
Yes, it is.
I think that's worse than losing all your money.
You just show him a picture and go, dude, this was you.
Right.
Because if he is a guy that doesn't like to have sex with animals, then he's going to be like, okay, what am I? No, this is horrific. No, I got to stop meth.
And do you think then at the NA meeting when they're all going around talking about like the rock bottom moment, do you share that?
Yeah.
Like this person, like, I stole all the money from my sister, and you're like, oh, really sorry to hear that, but I've turned it around. All right, dude, high five. Next guy up. Richard, would you like to share why you're here at NA?
No. Sir, you're here to share. No,
hard pass.
Yeah.
Next person,
Yeah,
please.
I'm not going to. No, you don't understand.
I'm sober. That's all you guys need to know.
Yeah, believe me, I got a wake-up call. But, Richard, you have to share. No, I'm not going to.
Right?
Yeah, that's because everybody, how about all of a sudden, everybody in the group that needs help looks at you like you need help?
Right.
Because everybody would. Because like you said, mostly it's relationships. Something, I drank too much and didn't take my kid to the park. I disappointed somebody. Nobody's going to stand up and go, I had sex with a dead beaver. Everybody turns around and go, God, dude, you need help.
Right. Like I would imagine most people, when you say what you say, people might give you applause or some words of affirmation. There's going to be crickets.
Yeah, you're not getting applause. And I think the therapist is like, dude, that's effed up. I'm sorry, you have to leave our group. I
bet Wally wasn't impressed about the beat. Jeez, man, you texters.
Oh, that's the old Leave It to Beaver.
Yep.
I love that line.
Danny, team, the Kennewick Roadside Beavers.
Yeah. I have to ask Danny and Vicky, do you know the whole idea about Wally and the Beaver?
No.
Leave It to Beaver?
No.
I've heard of Leave It to Beaver.
Eddie Haskell?
Yeah.
No.
June?
No,
June, you're being hard on the Beaver?
Funny enough, I had
No, that would be Ward, you're being hard on the Beaver. That would be like June's like, well, when I'm in the kitchen, no one's home. Guess what I'm doing? I'm being hard on the Beaver.
I forgot, I had the shirt.
Yeah.
There was a picture of that. It just said, Ward, you're really being hard on the Beaver.
That was always, I don't know if that was ever actually said that way on the show, like Beam Me Up, Scotty.
Right.
But that was, his character was Theodore Cleaver, but they called him Beaver. Oh. And this was a 50s sitcom. Well, as time went by and we started using Beaver as a euphemism for a body part, the line she would say is, Ward, don't you think you're being hard on the Beaver? It got to be such a hysterical line for a lot of us people like Steve.
And I had a t-shirt. I thought I was living on the edge when I'd go to school with it. I'm like, look at me with my Beaver shirt.
Because Beaver would be getting punished like 1950s style, like, go to your room, son.
It really was a thing. Found it on YouTube.
Okay, so she used
Hope
to
you
say
weren't
that.
too hard on the Beaver.
There it is. And people, we laugh our asses. Yeah. And I will tell you this, because of that line, I know that's why Barbara Billingsley got the role in Airplane. They all said, she was the mom and they wanted her in there.
Right.
She was in that movie because everybody made fun of that line that she said.
Because she had good timing.
Yeah.
Good Beaver timing.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah. God dang, man. So anyway, welcome to Washington.
Well, one person says, BJ, he had sex with a dying beaver, not a dead one. Get your facts straight.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. The beaver was still with us, unfortunately. That poor beaver. It's like, okay, I get hit by a car. What other karma do I have that I have to have Methy Mickey over here come over here and just start violating me as I'm dying? You know, if you believe in karma, that beaver must have been an a-hole in its last life because it got treated like crap in this life. Seriously.
What a day. What a day for whoever had to discover that.
Yeah, and that poor woman, like, I'm going to do something good. I'm going to get my Tupperware, come back and pick this beaver up and put it where it needs to go. And then she comes on the scene of Methy Mick, and here he is.
It looks like you've got this taken care of.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
The person that had to leave it the Beaver movie in the 90s. So, see, you guys could have seen the movie.
Nah, they don't know this stuff.
It's funny because you said Eddie Haskell, and I didn't know that was a thing because I used to have a boss that went by that name. I just thought that was his name.
Eddie Haskell
he totally got that from,
He was like the douchey friend that pretended to be really nice around the mom and dad.
Oh.
But he was like the troublemaker, but he was always overly nice, like super friendly to mom and dad. Like, hey, everybody, I'm the nice guy. And he actually was kind of a douche, I think.
That makes sense then.
Yeah. He was completely courteous, but you know what? But you know what? June knew his story. June wasn't buying it.
June was probably banging him.
Yeah. Oh, hadn't thought about that. Okay, well, that's a whole different story.
Hard on the Haskell.
Yeah. Hard on the Haskell.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's the listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. Let's go to John in Fetty Way. John, you are on The Rock.
Good morning, BJ.
Good morning, John. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, you were talking about people and their odd eating habits?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
My sister-in-law does not like food with more than one ingredient.
Oh, wow.
So give me an example of what she will have and what she won't have.
Okay, her typical dinner would be a skinless chicken breast, no salt, no pepper, and then either plain white rice, plain noodles, or a plain baked potato.
Wow.
And then a salad with no dressing.
Does she just not like fun?
Yeah, so she's just got basic stuff, yeah.
Yeah, apparently when she was a kid, her mom would take like 3 days worth of leftovers and mix it all together no matter what type of food it was.
So she just kind of rebelled against that because it probably was nasty.
That way, I guess.
Oh, that's so sad because, I mean...
I don't know if it's sad if she's happy with it.
Well,
she doesn't seem to mind. She's been doing it a long time.
It's not my cup of tea, I'll tell you that.
Let me ask you this, John. Is she in good shape? Is she overweight? This is a big question when it comes to food intake and the idea that she's not doing it for flavor.
No, she works out a lot. She's not overweight. She seems healthy.
So, you know what? And does she have any sort of like treats that she likes? What about desserts or candies? Or is she just a basic, like you said?
Well, that's the thing. She makes an exception for dessert.
Yeah,
she was a big dessert fan.
That's funny.
And then
All right, there we go.
Diet Coke by the case.
Interesting. So it's just a food thing.
Yeah.
Just probably, like you said, from the past. It's funny how some people break the rules when it comes to desserts. Because, like, with my wife, she's vegan, right? Everything.
Yeah.
Everything is vegan except for one thing. The waffle cones at Molly Moon's.
She doesn't care.
Nope. And she'll get the vegan ice cream that they have at Molly Moon's. But when it comes, and they'll even say, you realize these aren't vegan? She's like, I don't care. I that's fine. If there's butter in that, I don't care. Those waffle cones are too
But she
good.
is doing it for health reasons and not for philosophical reasons.
Right.
Which is why she can break her own rule, because it's just her choice of what she puts in her body.
Exactly. No, she's holding her leather purse and her leather shoes. Like, she's not doing that for any kind of statement. It's just for her own.
I hate that even
belief.
more, because it's not about even being righteous. It's about that she's got discipline, and I don't appreciate that.
Right? Except for waffle cones.
But even that's discipline. It's like
No, she's
one
weak.
little thing.
She's weak.
Oh,
she's not a real. She's not a true vegan.
Yeah, don't look at me then. Yeah,
Hold on
gosh.
a second.
I give her a hard time every time. Like, look at you and your weak mind.
Yeah, you could never ever call anybody weak when it comes to food.
I know.
You really could. Yeah, neither could I.
Says the man who told I went to the South Hill Mall and said, I'm not getting any Ann's pretzels. Ain't got any Ann's pretzels.
But I know you're not a Wetzel's man.
I'm not anti, but if I'm going to go to a pretzel place in a mall,
yeah,
and I've had Wetzels and they're delicious, but I'd rather Annie Ann's over Wetzels.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've never seen a Wetzel's by themselves. It's like Annie Ann said, you know what, you're here, but we're not going to let you be here.
Although what trumps all of them is whatever the company is, the super pretzels that are at the sporting events at CenturyLink or at those will always trump anything.
So you're saying that's the business I need to open up, a super pretzel in a mall, and I'll kill.
Well, at least in my world, you will. I don't know how much money they're going to make off of just me.
Well, you're a pretzel aficionado. I mean, I trust you when it comes to pretzel. I don't trust you with much, but when it comes to pretzels, I think you really do have a high palate.
It's so weird because yesterday, our overnight guy, Matt Koch, and I were talking about it, and he's like, yeah, but I don't understand, though, why do they always have to, we talk about the dipping sauces, and he was upset because they don't give them just to you. And I was like, he's like, who doesn't enjoy dipping sauces? That should just be part of the deal.
I agree.
And I'm like, I never get dipping sauces. And he thought I was an alien. I just like pretzels.
You're a purist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I figured you were down for like the mustard on the pretzel.
I'm not opposed to it, but if I had my choice, I'm not putting anything on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing. Then even more so, you can tell if it's a good pretzel, because if you can eat it naked, that means it doesn't need anything.
I like my pretzels raw.
That's right. Do you go with the salted ones or the unsalted?
I go salted, but then I wipe most of the salt off. So whenever I'm at a sporting event, on my feet, it's like it's just a sea of salt because they put too much salt on it. But I want salt.
Yeah.
I just don't want a freaking pretzel. I don't want salt with a little pretzel.
You don't want a salt lick is what you're saying.
Yeah. Hey, somebody needs our help.
Right.
My ex-wife and I have 2 kids together. This is a text at 77999.
Right.
We recently got divorced and have moved on, and I've gotten a girlfriend. My ex also ended up getting a boyfriend last month. Last Saturday, it was my 8-year-old niece's birthday party. I was there for a little while my girlfriend and I ended up leaving early because we were going to the Foo Fighters concert.
Okay.
After we left, my ex showed up with our kids and her new boyfriend. My whole family loved him, befriended him, and invited him to all of our family outings.
Oh.
I feel betrayed and basically turned my back on them. Am I overreacting, or am I right for feeling this way? From Shane and Chehalis.
Oh. So his family welcomed her and the new boyfriend.
Yes.
Wow. That, here's the problem. You don't want to be mean because you want everything to go well with the mom of your kids. But, it's tough. I think on the East Coast, we wouldn't have been so welcoming. I think we would have made it known, look, we don't know this dude. We don't know how cool it is that you guys, because if it's a recent breakup, a recent divorce, I would say as a family, I need time before you bring a boyfriend around. You can come around with the kids. That's what I would say as an East Coaster. If it was my son she broke up with,
yeah,
I'd be like, no, I don't want to see the new dude. I know you got a new dude, but I just want to see you in the thing for now.
It's weird.
I'd be that as a parent.
But I mean, I think maybe, for the sake of the kids that involved, just why, you want to make this as easy as it is possible, probably for the kids, I would think, because the divorce is tough enough for a child. So why create more division and more anger and more awkwardness? I mean, I think kids can pick up on that kind of stuff.
You know what, dude? You make a good point. So for the listener, you're right. He's got to man up because you got to think of the kids. You've got to make it as easy as possible. That's actually a good point, Steve.
I know. I'm full of them.
I am very surprised. I mean, first the pretzels, and now this. It's a little shocking.
Man, thank you.
I'm cultured. Yeah.
All right, maybe not.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
On top of that, like if this person's going to be like, if it's the mom or whatever, if this is going to be the stepdad to your grandchild, wouldn't you want to know what they're like?
Yeah, the problem is do we know if he's not a rebound? See, that's why I don't.
I mean, if it's not recent, like if they've had their time to grieve, both of them, they're both dating new people, and it's been a good amount of time. Why not? It's not a bad thing.
You've moved on with someone else. You're getting action. You're having a good time. You know what? Now you don't have to deal with her headache. Let that guy. He's got a burden. That she's an ex for a reason, I'd imagine. So that poor guy's got to deal with that.
I don't mind. I just believe, and this is my thing. Again, going on what you said, Steve. Here's the deal. Those kids already have trauma in their life because mom and daddy aren't getting along. I don't think you should introduce a new, hey, here's my new something figure until you've been in with that person for a year. And I know that's extreme. It doesn't mean you can't go out on dates and can't do what you want to do. But you keep that person away from your kids and your family for a year. That way you prove to me that you're serious and this is the one, if you will. Because you've already proven to me you can't keep a marriage together, and that's both of you. The both of you prove to me that you can't keep a marriage together, so you have a commitment issue. So don't bring another person around to my kid until it's been a year, because otherwise it's a revolving door of new people that are going to be the new daddy or the new mommy, and that's crap on kids. I don't believe in that. So you should have a relationship for a year before you bring that person around to anybody.
One text says, dude's overreacted. The new guy's a good dude. Who cares? Sounds like this could be some jealousy issues. He brought his girlfriend. Why couldn't the mother bring the boyfriend?
That texter is, you know what? That texter's like the people that want to have sex with me. That texter's crazy.
Another person says, this is the person that texted Shane. He says, I don't have a problem with my ex being there. It's just weird that after a month she brings him home to my family.
A month. Yeah. Wait, it's been a month since they've been divorced.
No, after I don't know. Or a month of them being together.
Either way, it's way too soon for the kids to know this dude. It's way too soon for the parents to even have to be introduced to them. And again, it's Pacific Northwest courtesy. This is where I think you wish you lived on the East Coast, because I'll tell you, East Coasters would have said, who's this idiot? We don't know who he is. Get him out of here. I mean, that would be our attitude. Like, who are you to bring this guy around? We don't even know him. It's only been a month.
Unless he brings a Carvel ice cream cake, cookie possibly. Yes. I'm all right with it.
True, that would definitely bribe me. You're right, Steve. That's
Fudgy the Whale. I'm even okay with that one.
Oh, wait a minute. What is he? He brought the Fudgy? All right, he can come in.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. One of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney and the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
I'm Erin Ryan, political commentator, comedy writer, and host of Crooked Media's Hysteria.
And I'm co-host Alyssa Mastromonaco, former White House Deputy Chief of Staff for President Obama.
Each week on Hysteria, we are joined by a team of hilariously opinionated ladies to discuss the headlines from the serious to the absurd.
We cover everything from reproductive rights to rom-coms and break down the political news of the week and cultural stories that affect women's lives.
New episodes of Hysteria drop every Thursday. Listen on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.